You can't have like these customers and stuff on camera. It's against our policy.
Privacy, like here on the public sidewalk?
You're filming the customers in our curbside. Yeah, you can't be doing that.
But now you're interrupting my job.
We call the police. And
well, you can.
charge you for harassing.
The police are coming to move you guys.
I think you should leave me alone.
Why don't you go record somewhere
This
else?
is my
You're
business.
legally not allowed to be here.
If so, we don't know any. Oh, gunshot.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care, guys.
This place is swarming with cops.
Can I grab you guys' IDs? Because they don't like it that you're outside of their business.
How's it going, guys? Watching the Watchman here, out with Amagansett Press, and today we're in, I think this is downtown, Marquette, Michigan, which is the biggest city in the Upper Peninsula, and today we're in front of Fire Station Cannabis Company. And as usual, we're going to take some video out here on the public sidewalk and see if the folks respect our First Amendment right to do so. This is a brand new state for us, first time in Michigan. I'll put a map on the screen now of the states we've been to. And I also just released an interactive map with little pins on it for every place we've ever done a video at. And you can check that out and click on the locations and get links to all the videos, see if we've done anything near you. Also want to mention that here in Michigan, as with other states that have legal cannabis, it is heavily taxed by the state government, and so the state of Michigan is getting, I think, about 15 or 20% of the income from this place. So there's a pretty significant government interest in these places. So here's a look around at the neighborhood. There's another dispensary over here. Maybe we'll take a look at that as well.
Hey, making out there, Watchman.
What's up?
What's happening? Welcome to the UP, as they say, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. First time we've ever been here.
Also want to mention for any of you guys who haven't been keeping up on the recent videos, we are on our biggest trip yet, over 15,000 miles all around the country, going to different states, making these videos. So if you want to support that, best way to do so is to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Also want to mention another thing. We've mentioned this before, but Facebook. Neither I nor AP use Facebook. There's a lot of fake accounts on there who pretend to be us, use our logos, our names, re-upload our videos, fraudulently pretending to be us. So I just want to let you guys all know, if you don't know, that we are not on Facebook. And none of the several groups and pages and whatever else who pretend to be us are actually us. So stay away from those, be careful. Don't get scammed into anything. I don't know what they're doing on those pages. I haven't looked at them too in detail, but... So like I said, this is called Fire Station Cannabis Company. And there's another one right here called Higher Love Cannabis Company. And they're right across the street from each other here. So I hope I remembered to say everything I wanted to tell you guys. I actually had a note on my phone with a bunch of those points I wanted to bring up real quick in the intro. And now we'll get into the video, see what happens. Today is Saturday, June 18th, 2022. And it is 3:50 p.m. and 57 degrees and sunny out. So it's a little chilly today, but not too bad. So here's a closer look at the other one. We'll go across the street in a minute and check out that one on that side. But here's this one. Probably can't see much, a lot of glare, but how
we doing? Good. All right. Being chauffeur driven around,
Yeah, we just got married.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, why'd you do that? No, I'm just kidding. Right on, man. Hey, I'll tell you, I've been with my wife for 38 years, since I was 14. Wish you the same.
Amazing.
Have a wonderful life. Have plenty of kids. Do it while you're young.
Thank you.
And enjoy the heck out of all of it. Appreciate it. Just got married to her. We lost another one.
Interesting. Hope you guys get a good view of that. There's a lot of glare here, but there's bike parking over here. Mask optional. Do not enter. Symptoms. Cash only. No guns, knives, or weapons allowed in there. Must be 21 years or older to go in there. They got, I guess they probably sell merch of these mannequins with the t-shirts on in the window here. That's pretty cool. They got these old fire extinguishers for the firehouse theme that they got going on. Looks like we got somebody coming in the drive-thru here.
What are you guys recording?
Jonah?
What are you recording?
Oh, I'm just messing around.
What if I don't really want to be on camera?
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Who do you work for?
I'm just messing around with my camera. I can't really say too much more than that, but just looking at some stuff.
You need an actress?
If so, we don't know any. Oh, gunshot. Yeah, it's a movie.
Is this for our shop that they're filming? Are you filming for the fire station?
I'm sorry?
Are you filming for our company?
No.
No?
No.
You can't have like these customers and stuff on camera.
Why is that?
It's against our policy. It's like privacy. You can't just be filming like that without their permission.
Privacy, like here on the public sidewalk?
You're filming the customers in our curbside. Privacy. Yeah, you can't be doing that.
How's that on the sidewalk? How does that work?
Because you're filming our customers on our property.
Okay.
So
But
please
I'm not
don't.
on your property.
I can call the owners if you like.
Sure, you can call
What do you need to
whoever
film
you want to
for?
call. I can't really get into, you know, it's a long, I'm
What do you need
just
to
working
film
on
for?
something.
Because you have a bunch of our customers on camera that don't, you're not having signed paperwork or what?
Sign paper for
Do you
what?
have paperwork for them to be on camera? He's
No.
asking you that too.
No.
All right, I'll give him a call.
Okay.
Sorry about that, bud. Legally have to have me sign a release.
How are you? Oh, I can't.
Say again?
But hello.
Legally have to have me sign a release if you're using this.
Dude, like Carlee says,
I legally have to have you sign a
oh my
release.
God, Holly?
Do not record me, please.
You just started speaking with me. I wasn't recording you until you did. I'm trying to answer your question.
Can you turn the camera off?
Is that your question?
Asking you to please turn the camera off.
No, I'm not going to turn my camera.
Then who do you work for?
That's irrelevant.
Okay, it is relevant.
No, it's not.
I would like to speak with somebody who I can get answers from.
Okay? And you want me to assist you with that?
I do not appreciate being filmed without my consent.
I wasn't filming you until you started a conversation with me.
And now you are filming me.
Right, because you started a conversation with me. I'm responding to you. That's what people do. You approach a cameraman out on the street, you might be filmed.
I'm just curious. Minding my own business.
Say again?
Are you guys just here with the group, or what are you guys here for?
What is all the... Who cares what I'm doing?
Well, we're just wondering. I'm the manager on duty, and we're just wondering why you're filming.
Well, I don't know. This gentleman's telling me he needs some paperwork signed, and your other guy that came out was telling me he's calling the owners because I'm breaking your policy and I'm not allowed to.
No, well, that's just that's why I'm asking, guys. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like not engage at this point. Just keep carrying on with what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay.
I guess I will get the police here. If you don't want
He's calling the police.
He's going to call the police?
Oh, that's what he said.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's great.
And just honestly, man, just from one guy to another, if you don't want to be on somebody's camera, don't call attention to him. It's not a good idea. It's bad logic.
You're already recording me.
I wasn't before you spoke to me.
He was.
I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for what other people do. But just in general, really, it's a bad idea to call someone's attention who's taking photographs if you don't want to be in it. Right?
I understand.
Okay. So fair enough.
But now you're interrupting my job. I'm trying to...
No, I think you're interrupting my video. I wasn't talking to anybody.
Like, would you like it if I just started randomly videoing you?
Absolutely. I would love you to do that. Why not? I have nothing to hide. I think you're a little uncomfortable because of where you are and what you're doing. If we were at McDonald's, you probably wouldn't care.
I care a little bit.
So, you know, I always tell my kids, don't do anything you're ashamed of and you have nothing to worry about. If you're ashamed of what you're doing and you have an issue with that, discuss that with yourself. That's not my problem.
I have no issue with what I'm doing.
Okay. And you shouldn't. I have no issue with what you're doing either. I can't hear you.
What I have the issue with is that I don't want to be recorded.
I understand it. We've had that conversation already. So I'm just suggesting next time somebody's taking video or pictures, don't call their attention to you and you won't be recorded.
I understand that.
Okay.
You already said that.
Okay. Fair enough. Have a pleasant day.
Yeah, you guys saw I'm not filming this guy particularly. I was filming before he decided to have an issue, and I was filming after he had an issue. So, and now these people are calling the police because we don't have waivers to hand out and whatever else need to be interviewed by these people for them to approve us to film outside of their place. I don't know what they think that's all about. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We called the police. And
well, you can.
Charge you for harassing.
The police are coming to move you guys, but like I just wanted to know what you guys are doing. That's all.
I think you should leave me alone.
Why don't you go record somewhere
This
else?
is my
Or
business.
legally not allowed to be here.
You're bothering us and the customers. You're bothering everyone.
Police will be here in a minute to tell you.
Yeah, they will. They will. They'll tell you.
Goodwill, man.
So we're out here filming on a public sidewalk. These people decide to come out and demand to know what we're doing and get mad about it. And now in their minds we're harassing them because we're taking video and not telling them what we're doing. And you guys can tell me what you think of that new line I tried out. I told them I was just messing around with my camera. I don't know. Somebody could just be out messing around with their camera. This is pretty much downtown, so I don't think it's all that odd for somebody to be walking around messing with their camera, checking it out on such a nice day. At broad daylight out in downtown. Nice little city. I know these people are talking to AP. We'll see what's going on with that. When I get a chance to cross the street. So these people that work here are convinced that it's illegal to film people and that the cops are going to come remove us. That's great.
Oh, so you're going in the store and you just want to know why I'm filming you. Why don't you just say that? So there's the reality of that situation. They're going into the cannabis store and that's why they want to know why I'm filming. Why don't you just say, I'm going in there and I don't want to be filmed. Right? Instead of trying to be all slick about it. I'm just going to go back to what I was doing before we got interrupted.
That kid look 21 to you?
Not at all. No.
They're worried about what we're doing. Huh?
Really?
They're worried about what we're doing. They just walked in there with a kid.
You might want to check ID. Good idea. Instead of first thing of guys filming, you might want to make sure you're not breaking the law instead of worrying about what I'm doing.
They definitely get the IDs every time they come in.
He's not allowed in the store. He's not allowed to step foot inside the premises unless he's 21.
I'll let them know.
Okay. I mean, you run your stuff the way you want to run it. That's up to you.
And you run yours.
If you would let me, I would.
Like to know.
Well, that's intelligent. Conversation's over with you, buddy.
It's been over. We haven't talked to you at
Adios.
all.
keep smoking those things so we don't have to deal with it too much longer.
You just tell me you'll die?
I know.
Thanks.
There's better things to smoke. See you later.
So Marquette police just rode by. There's no way that kid's 21. Let's see him. He's coming out now. Yeah, so they just threw him out because he's under 21. Probably this girl too.
Oh, he just left. There goes the kid that I was talking about.
That girl's probably under 21 too. Yeah. So they just had 2 people underage in their store and they're worried about what we're doing.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Now this kid's getting aggressive.
Oh, now he's threatening to kill you. He said, I'm going to take your gun and kill you with it.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I'm out here taking pictures and he's under 21 inside of a cannabis dispensary where he shouldn't be. See, this is what happens when you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, who knows how much underage business they're doing in there.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like they were all that uncomfortable walking in there.
Maybe that's why they don't want us out here filming.
Yeah.
Never know. I'll try to get you
Oh, that's cool. You can see Lake Superior out there.
As shot as I can here with the boat going by. So just way off in the distance there, up in the corner, you can see Lake Superior.
I'm not going to report them or anything, but if anybody sees this and they have issues over it, they shouldn't have been letting kids in there.
I think the folks at the cannabis shop are going to learn a couple of lessons today.
Yep, definitely good education.
And they did, and I'm not making light of that either. It's the truth. There are laws, and whether they're just or unjust, you know, the street is not the place to create new laws or change the ones that exist. But there is a law right now that states that anyone who is under the age of 21 years old is legally prohibited from entering into a cannabis dispensary. And that was evidenced by the fact that those 2 kids left when we said something about it. Now, I don't care. Somebody wants to take their kid into a cannabis dispensary, that's up to them. But, you know, you started a discussion with me, I was being civil, and then all of a sudden they turned nasty about it. So, you know, you're going to, to use the term that's going around these days, I've heard a couple of times, I'm going to reflect back that same energy. Just curious, you know, if they're concerned with me following the rules, they're interested in me following their policy. And they don't want to follow the law. So that's a little bit interesting.
They told me that the cops are going to come remove us because we're harassing them.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I think I was the one that got harassed. That's what they think's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For sure.
Only reason I walked across the street was just to keep the camera on you and make sure you were all right, document anything that went on.
Yeah.
I was over here across the street minding my business. You were over here taking video of this dispensary, what, 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, right when we got here.
Right, they didn't say anything.
Yeah,
they never came out, they didn't approach us, they didn't say anything.
They're standing there right now.
She's standing at the door waiting to say something because she saw what happened here across the street.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Now they're standing over there in the door, in the window looking at us. And they really didn't care before. And here they come.
We were just asking what you guys were filming for.
Sorry?
We were just asking what you guys were filming for.
Oh, I appreciate you, but I can't get into it right
You can't
now.
disclose it?
No.
That's okay. Thank you.
No, I appreciate you.
Just because we have open windows, we worry about our customer safety.
Your customer safety?
Yeah.
Because of someone taking video?
It's just HIPAA also.
HIPAA?
Because of their...
What is HIPAA? I never heard of that.
HIPAA? They're regulatory. They're good? They're good? Okay. Thank you. Thanks, honey. Good to see you.
So we're not talking anymore?
No, that's okay. We've already cleared it.
Wow. Okay, well, you have a wonderful day. Appreciate you. I guess I'm going to stick around a little longer than I thought I was. Wow. So these people over at Firehouse here are fire starters. Perfect name for your business.
You're the fire starter, twisted fire starter.
Wow. They should change it to Fire Starter Cannabis Company. So now, the people across the street
Hey, are you guys those First Amendment guys?
Appreciate you,
I
brother.
on the internet. I love you guys.
Right on, my man. Love you right back, bro. Have a good day. But, you know, these folks behind us here at the second place, the Higher Love Cannabis store, were coming out being cordial, asking questions. Everything was fine, having a nice conversation. And Firestarter across the street decides he doesn't like that. So he turned back into firehouse mode and sprayed the fire hose all over our cordial conversation. And that's not nice. So you got a guy over here who's starting problems, putting out nice situations, and that's his contribution to society. People need to be educated, and we're out here doing our best to try to get through some thick skulls. And with your support, I think we're making some progress. So appreciate you all watching. If you are watching these videos, it probably means that you're enjoying your rights and cherish your rights, and we thank you for that. And the next step is to exercise them.
And this place that they just came out of is fully recreational, meaning that you don't have to have any kind of medical card to buy it. You can just go in here as long as you're over 21 and purchase whatever you want. So their whole HIPAA thing is ridiculous. It would be ridiculous even if they were a medical place, because we're not in the building and we're out on the sidewalk, and they shouldn't have private medical documents pasted in their windows. But especially so since there is no medical documents in here and it's not a medical place. It's a recreational dispensary. So that's a great question for both of these places. Why do you have massive glass windows downtown on the sidewalk if you don't want people seeing you? It's kind of strange.
Supposedly the folks here at the dispensary did call, so we'll see how that goes. Get right on the line.
I think they just pulled into their back parking lot. If you see them come up through here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yep. So there's a police officer pulling in the back there. We're gonna walk in the back.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. What if he's gonna go in or approach us? Going in. Boy, would I love to be a fly on the wall on this one.
Here's another one.
Vehicle 906.
Oh, here's another one. I can't imagine what they called up and said.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Right on.
Nice to see that you came to Marquette.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Did you go to the post office yet?
Not yet, no. No. Just here first.
Nice to see you and your son.
You live here in Marquette?
Oh yeah, my whole life.
Beautiful place,
yeah,
man.
Thank you.
Right on. Appreciate it.
Take care, guys.
Have a good day, man.
This place is swarming with cops. Oh, so let's see what's going on.
Ridiculous is what it is. Absolutely ridiculous. So the officer's right inside the door. They better hope the Cannabis Regulatory Board of Michigan doesn't watch this video.
Yeah.
See, that's great. People having a good day. Nothing wrong with that.
It's too bad you can't really see much with the glare there. It's definitely writing a bunch of stuff down though.
There we go.
Hey guys.
How we doing, sir?
How's it going?
Tomas Brown, Marquette PD.
Yes, sir.
So they just kind of filled me in, told me you guys are recording and stuff. They said they talked to you guys and you didn't want to tell them what's going on. And I basically explained to them that unless you guys are, well, if all you're doing is recording out on the sidewalk here, one, there's nothing illegal about that. And two, there's nothing that I can enforce because they don't like it that you're outside of their business.
Right.
So, obviously I'm not going to tell you guys that you have to leave because you guys have a First Amendment right that you guys are exercising right now, and the Second Amendment as well, which that's good to see that.
Appreciate that.
So, do you guys have any questions for me on any of this stuff?
I don't. I just hope that, because what I'm going to wind up doing is, and I appreciate your professionalism, knowledge, and courtesy.
Yeah.
But just because I'm concerned about the way that 911 call might have come in from them based on their behavior,
okay,
I'm going to request that 911. So my question to you is, where do I go to do that?
That would be through our central dispatch.
Okay.
It's up the Michigan State Police Post on the highway in Nagani.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't, but I can look it up.
Okay. Yeah, I can give you their non-emergency phone number if you'd like.
Okay.
I don't know their address or anything like that.
And then they'll accept my FOIA request or whatever you call it here in Michigan?
Don't quote me on anything, because I don't know how it works for requesting 911 recordings.
Okay.
I just know, because I don't work for the Michigan State Police. I work for Marquette City Police Department.
Gotcha.
So I know, like, if if say you wanted a copy of a police report, I know that you would be able to come in my office and do a FOIA request and get it that way.
Is the dispatch that received the 911 call at your headquarters here?
That's up at the Michigan State Police.
It is, okay.
Yeah,
So that's probably
they
the place to
dispatch
go.
all police officers from Marquette County.
Okay.
So even though I don't work for the state police, our central dispatch is ran by the state police out
Makes
of their
sense.
post. So,
I got you.
so yeah, like I said, I don't know exactly the process for getting a 911 recording.
Gotcha. Well, it's a place to start. I'll contact them, and then if that's not the right place, they'll direct me where to go to next.
Yeah, that would definitely be your best bet.
But I'm just the way they came out behaving, I'm just concerned about what they may have told you.
The only thing,
and the response that we saw. But go ahead.
The only thing that was told to me, and I didn't listen to the 911 call. I was just dispatched.
You just see what's on the screen.
Not even that. It's just over the radio.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
yeah, they just contact me on the radio, say, hey, show up to the fire station, and they just reported that the employees here said that there were a couple gentlemen outside, and they just said that you were harassing customers.
Right, that's what I figured, to get that kind of response.
Yeah, and when it comes to harassing or claims of harassment and things like that, there's a difference between there's a difference between what's being reported and what actually happened a lot of times. I'm not saying that they were lying, and I'm not saying that you guys are doing anything wrong, and you know what I mean? I'm just coming into this.
Sure, no, it's like
here.
telephone.
Yeah, exactly, right. I wasn't here when they came out and you guys had your discussion, or when you guys had your contact, so I don't know exactly what happened. But as far as harassment goes, there's a difference between a civil form of harassment and a criminal form of harassment.
Sure.
And there's certainly nothing criminal going on here. And as far as any kind of civil harassment, I didn't even dig into it, because that's not my job. It's not my place to get into.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there was any civil harassment claim, it would be us filing a claim against them.
Yeah, and
I was just to give you a
guys,
I was across the street.
Sure.
And he was standing here taking some video, and they approached him, so I came across the street, and they came out and told us that it's against their policy. It's illegal for us to be standing on a sidewalk taking pictures of their store.
Okay.
Just all uneducated, not aware of what the reality of the laws are.
Okay.
Talk. And basically just dismissed that and went back to what I was doing, and they said they were going to call the police. So I probably would have been gone a while ago, but we stuck. Once somebody says they're going to call the police, I'm going to stand here and wait for you, because A, I don't want you looking for me, and B, I look forward to having a productive conversation with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate you guys not taking off so I could come and talk to you guys.
Absolutely.
I figured that you guys were probably pretty well aware of what you are allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do.
Yes,
so
sir. So do you know who we are and what we're doing?
I have no idea who you guys are. I have no idea what you're doing. If you guys want to tell me that,
you have a suspicion of what we're doing?
Not particularly.
Because you mentioned the First Amendment. So what we're doing, this is a First Amendment order.
Yeah. Well, I figured it was something with that. I just didn't know if it was somehow associated with the business or with marijuana or anything like that.
No, not at all. We're just generally at this intersection, exercising our right to be out in public.
Yeah, sure.
At publicly accessible areas, at public places, and taking video and photographs.
Yeah.
Just like the old days when people used to jump in front of the camera and say, "Hi, Mom."
Right.
You
Sure.
know, yeah. Same thing.
Okay.
And some people actually did that here today.
I saw somebody talking to you guys. The only thing that I would tell you guys is just if people are stopped at the light, or if people are pulling over to talk to you guys, we just don't want anybody like impeding traffic, and not necessarily that you guys would be causing that, but somebody stopping on the side of the road to say, hey, what are you guys doing, or what's going on here? I don't want to see an accident get caused like that. And this is a pretty busy, I don't know if you guys live around here or anything, if you're familiar with Marquette City, but this is one of our busiest thoroughfares of traffic and
well,
everything.
and I'll tell you what, and I agree with you 100%. If it was me driving, I would not stop in the
Right,
middle of the street.
exactly. And I don't
But
think
if
you guys are
somebody-
like flagging people down looking for conversations, but that's the only concern that I would have with you guys being out here is that somebody would stop because they're curious what you guys are doing. And
I can't control any of that, but I appreciate what you're saying. I agree with you. Yeah,
so
for sure.
That would be.
I don't want to see anybody have an accident either. It's
Right.
a beautiful day.
Yeah,
Who wants to
absolutely.
spend it in the hospital?
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
No, well, I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. You're coming across as one of the good guys here today.
Well,
you know, as with anything in life, and I'm not singling out law enforcement, but just like with the camera guys, just like with seamstresses, just like with anything, police officers, there's the good and the bad.
Sure.
Right? So I think we've come across one of the good guys here today.
I appreciate that.
You showed up. You took a very objective view of what was going on.
Well, and hey, you know, I could say the same thing for First Amendment auditors. I've seen some videos just like you guys that are, you know, courteous and professional, and you know,
must have been us. No,
totally right, and you know, willing to have a conversation with me. And then I've seen people doing exactly what you guys are doing that are not professional and not courteous, and you know, looking to kind of start a fight. And I don't get that impression from you guys at all whatsoever. So
I'm too old to start a fight.
Yeah, well, right. I appreciate you guys doing that.
Too small too.
Yeah,
not my thing, man. Never was. That's why I stay out of jail. It's not a good place.
Yeah,
for me.
right.
Yeah.
So,
but no, and I really do appreciate that. And where I was going with that is, I'll ask you a quick question.
Sure.
If you're willing to answer it.
I may or may not.
What do you, I'm sure. But what do you feel like? Just in your personal opinion, nothing to do with the job. What do you feel like one of a police officer's worst enemies is in this world that we live in?
In the world that we live in, well,
in society today, what's a police officer's worst enemy?
Well, what I'm most concerned about, I'll tell you that, is somebody trying to hurt me. So
Right.
I'll just leave it at that.
Well, and you're absolutely right. But just to be more specific, I feel like your worst enemy is a bad police officer, because bad police officers are out getting the good guys hurt, shot, killed, in trouble every day.
Yeah.
And that's unacceptable. Right. So being that police are in such a unique position to police themselves, you know, most people aren't in that position.
Right.
If there's a complaint filed against you, your higher ups are going to deal with it internally.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to do it. So it's critical that the good guys, such as yourself, police the bad guys that are in your department, if there are any.
Yeah, right.
And turn them in, or report to, or have a conversation with them in the locker room if it's not that. Because those are the guys that go out and get you hurt before a couple of guys with cameras will.
Sure, right.
And I know it's hard to stand up for what's right when you're in law enforcement, because a lot of times that turns into you might not get back up when you're looking for it, and things might go a certain way. You know, things happen. There's a situation there, and I don't want to get into it, you know, but there's good and bad.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see you in that situation. And I think a good idea for you is to make sure that the other guys that are working with you and that you're relying on are as professional and courteous as you are.
Sure, yeah.
That's very important.
I can tell you that I am absolutely 100% confident that if it were any other officer for the Marquette Police Department, the guys and gals that I work with, this conversation will go exactly the same.
That's excellent. I'm glad to hear that.
We got a good department, and again, I don't know if you guys are, if you live locally or if you're around the area or anything, but you know, if you deal with the Marquette Police Department, in the future, you can expect to see this same kind of conversation that I'm having with you guys from anybody else that I work with.
Well, that's great, and that's the result we're looking for, and
Sure.
that's what we're doing. That's what we're striving to attain.
Yeah.
We're not looking to stir up any problems with anybody. We're not looking to create any issues.
Sure. Yep.
We're looking to create open dialogue, conversation, meeting of the minds. There's a huge gap between law enforcement and the citizenry in this country right now, as you're certainly aware. Maybe not right here in Marquette, but across the country. It's different degrees of it wherever you go.
Yep.
And what we're trying to do is, in some small way, do whatever we can do to try to close that gap by having conversation and having these interactions.
Well, I appreciate
and I think talking it out, whether it's your kids, your wife, the guys at work, whatever it is probably the best place to get rid of a lot of problems.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you educated these folks and let them know, as you said. That
Yeah, I told so basically, and I'll be totally transparent with you guys and tell you exactly what I told them. Told them that, you know, you guys filming out here, if all you're doing is filming, there's nothing illegal about that. There's nothing that I can do about that. If I wanted you guys to stop doing what you're doing right now, if this is all you're doing, there's nothing that I can do.
Right.
You guys have a First Amendment that's protected,
right.
And there's nothing that I can do about that, and there's nothing that they can do about that as a business. The one thing that I will tell you guys, and it's the same thing that I told them, the only issue that we're going to run into, well, obviously, if you were to assault somebody or something like that, they're concerned.
If I break the law.
Yeah, exactly. If you break the law. So, and then the only other thing would be they just ask that you stay off their property. So
which we never went on there. I have no interest in going
No,
on
I
their
don't.
property.
I don't think that they said that you were or anything like that.
No,
but
I would
just,
never. I
Just
have no
moving
interest.
forward, you know, once I leave and you guys are staying out here, I don't know if you guys are planning.
No, well, and I'll tell you what. Like I said to you before, my whole purpose is to exercise my right to take video. I don't have a right to take video and photographs.
You can walk past if you like to.
No, I do a lot of film and video.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have a right to go onto their property and do anything, so I don't try to exercise that as a right.
Yeah,
I do have a right to be out on public sidewalks, so that's what we stay.
Yeah.
Even if we go to like an airport, or if I go to a police department, if I go to a city hall, wherever it may be, we stay in the publicly accessible areas. I respect keyed access, restricted area signs. We don't go in any of that stuff.
Sure.
Not interested in violating the law.
Yeah.
And that's where, because that's where your authority comes in.
Yeah,
Until I
exactly.
violate the law, you have no authority over me. Once I violate the law, that creates a position where you now have authority over me, and I'm not going to give you that. As nice as the guy as you are, why would I give you that?
No, I get that.
But I really
There's
do.
nothing wrong with
It's very important that you understand how key it is, and I think you get it, for law enforcement to take the stance that you're taking here today. It's vital to the future of this country.
Ultimately, I'll be totally honest with you. This situation that is going on right now where the business doesn't want you guys out here and you guys are exercising your rights, this whole thing isn't worth me losing my job. You know, stepping in and doing something wrong and violating your guys' rights by telling you that you have to leave or, you know, escalating it to something stupid.
Well, you know what? That brings up a good question.
Worth...
What would you do if your captain ordered you to do that?
If my captain told
if
me to come out
your captain said,
here
I don't care about their rights, I don't want to hear about it, lock them up.
Well, and again, I'm not going to get into too much.
Well, no, the
political
rhetorical
kind of
statement, you could think about it in your mind. You don't have to answer it.
I will just tell you this. I would be utterly shocked if anything like that happened again at the Marquette Police Department where I work. I would never expect that my captain would.
Well,
do
I appreciate that 1,000%, and I believe you based on your behavior today. But I'll tell you what, in other municipalities, that's not the way it is.
Yeah, well,
and those guys are in a bad spot.
Yeah.
So I think the more good people that stand up for what's right makes it a lot more difficult on the guys that are doing something wrong.
Yeah, right.
At the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So, and just before I forget to ask you, just like a document was here, it's Braun.
It's pronounced Brown.
Brown, that's why I always ask.
Yep.
Okay, so Brown and badge number?
146.
146. You've been extremely professional,
Yep.
and I really hope
You guys
you're just officer?
Yeah.
Officer Brown? Brown?
Yep.
So I hope you, seriously, I hope this attitude that you have and your professionalism carries you way up the ranks faster than you hope to.
Well, I appreciate that.
And we need good leadership. I'll
let the captain know you said.
Well, no, he's going to see the video. We're not anti-police at all.
I don't
What
get that
I am
vibe
is
from
I'm
you guys.
anti-bad cop, and I'm anti-anybody that wants to walk on my rights.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
all. Other than that, we support you guys. I want you to stay safe out there.
Yeah.
I want you to be out there doing an objective job, honoring your oath, and defending people's rights and supporting the Constitution.
Sure,
because that's the first oath you took. That goes above and beyond the laws of the land.
Great, yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
That's it.
So before I take off here, guys, I'm just going to ask, and obviously you guys know your rights. Can I grab you guys' IDs so I can jot them down?
I'm going to have to respectfully decline just because of what I'm doing.
That's fine.
Yep.
And
I would love
I'm just
to give
going
it
to
to
ask, can I just get a first name just so I can tell my supervisor that this is who I talked to?
My first name's Jason.
Jason, okay. And you, sir?
Ben.
Ben, so Jason and Ben.
And the
Cool.
only reason you got that is because you earned it.
I appreciate
No,
that.
that's I don't give my name.
You guys haven't given me, any reason that I can compel identification from you. So and you guys know that. So that's why I asked that.
You personally come across as the kind of guy that wouldn't even want to do that unless you could, unless there was a reason to. You're not interested in compelling information out of anybody when there's no. It's not wanted.
You guys aren't breaking any laws,
Right.
so I don't need your names for anything. The only reason why I ask is that, once I get done with this call, I call back to my office and let them know, hey, I got dispatched here for this reason, and these are the people that I talked to.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to see the video, go on YouTube tomorrow.
Okay.
And just do a search for Audit, First Amendment Audit, Marquette, Michigan.
Okay.
It'll come. You'll find me very easily.
Okay.
I can promise you that.
Right on.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys, any other questions for me before I take
No,
off
that's
here?
it. I just really want to celebrate your successes because I know people give you hell all the time.
Yeah. Well,
and just from one guy's opinion, I think you did a fantastic job here today. I think they've benefited from a little education. Might prevent an altercation in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
They might not be so willing to come out and approach people on the sidewalk going forward for minding their own business.
Right.
And I've had a successful conversation with you. And I always try to look at it like maybe I'm the Johnny Appleseed of the First Amendment.
Yeah.
So I'm going around planting seeds. A lot of them are going to die in the sun with no water.
Right.
But every once in a while, you never know if could feel like a benign, insignificant conversation. 6 months from now, either you or I or him or one of us may take something that we remember from that a year from now that might help you in the future.
Sure.
It might inspire some critical thinking and just make all our lives a little more positive.
Yeah.
And that's all we're out here for.
Right,
That's
absolutely.
it.
Cool.
That's it.
So just so I get an idea in case we get any other calls, are you guys, is this like an all day thing or all weekend thing?
You know, it really depends on how bad my knee starts hurting me.
Okay, gotcha.
So I mean,
just
I don't really.
If we get another call for the same thing, and you know, a lot of times, especially when when you're armed while doing this,
right.
Some people take that the wrong way. You know that's the way it goes.
Michigan ain't what it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, nowhere is.
Yeah,
I get
so
it.
So just so I know if if I get a call for if somebody reports 2 gentlemen who are recording and they've got a gun, just so I know
you could probably
what's
figure
going
it was
on.
us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So and then
I won't change clothes on you or shave my beard. Or
okay, good.
You'll know it's
good
me.
to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. And then just so that you guys are aware, and I'm sure you already were, but don't be surprised if we show up again, if you guys are in front of a different business or somewhere else or something like that.
Well, here I think my job is done here.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not interested in antagonizing anybody, and if some folks get it, some never will.
Yeah.
So if these people are open and receptive and they've learned something here today, that'll happen.
Okay.
If they're not, then it won't.
Okay.
But that's not my job.
Yeah.
My job is not to teach anybody anything. I just do what I do. Have these conversations, try to be productive, and whatever anybody gets out of it, they get out of it. Whatever they don't, they don't.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
Cool.
But like I said, I think our job's done here. We're just, we'll probably, after you leave, I always wait for you to leave. So it doesn't look like I got chased off. I don't want them to
I
have
get
the
that.
appearance.
Yeah.
So then once you leave, I'll do my little outro. A couple of minutes we'll be here. And I don't know where I'm going next, to be honest. Might grab something to eat.
Okay.
Any good suggestion on any kind of diner type of thing here in Marquette?
For diners, see that restaurant sign on this side of the street? That's the Coach Light. That's kind of a diner type.
Good food?
I haven't eaten there in a long time. Either door, I think, is fine.
I got to tell you, being as old as I am, it's really kind of makes me chuckle inside a little bit to see an officer directing somebody into the cannabis store.
Yeah, it's
it's
kind of
funny.
weird. Yeah. I mean, I haven't been working that long, so it's not like some of these officers have been working for 20 years would probably feel a little bit more odd doing
twist,
that.
Yeah,
but
and I have no issue with anybody wanting to do what they want to do. That's their right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as far as diners go, that's really the only real diner type spot.
Well, at the end of the day, it's going to be my wife's decision, so I'll suggest this, and then we'll see where she wants to go.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And just so you know, as we said, my name's Jason. This is Ben. He's my son.
Oh, okay.
And we have been traveling around the country for the past 3 years on the road. We were about to hit 80,000 miles.
Wow.
Doing what we do.
Okay. Wow.
So we're committed.
Yeah, no kidding.
And we believe in what we do.
Yeah, you kind of have to be if you're traveling 80,000 miles.
Yeah, you have to be,
gotta
for sure,
believe in what you're
especially
doing.
with the price of gas these days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to hop back in here and just kind of fill them in on my conversation I just had with you guys.
Okay.
As long as you're cool with that.
Oh, you can tell them whatever you want to tell them, sure. Absolutely.
And
tell them how they can, tell them to look it up tomorrow and they can watch the video and see how wonderful they behave.
Yeah, right. I'll just let them know that you guys are going to be here for a little while, but it's not going to be for the rest of the day. So,
but also, if you're going to say that to them, I would just maybe suggest that you let them know if they did want to stay here all day, that's fine.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It's not, I don't want them to think we made an agreement that I'm going to leave them.
No. Yeah.
But I don't think you.
I can let them know as long as you guys are cool with me being transparent with them about the conversation that we just had. I can just let them know that you guys were actually planning on taking off, but stuck around because they told me or told you that they were calling the police, and you guys just didn't want to take off before I got here.
And as far as the transparency and accountability are our game. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, right. So, absolutely. Got no problem with that. So,
that's it.
All right, guys.
All right, Officer Brown, I appreciate you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
You have a wonderful day. This guy across the street's dying to Quincy it up and know what's going on.
I know, he's trying to ask me while I was standing there. I just ignored him.
That's what I did, too. I'm going to ignore him now again.
Hey, guys.
Yes, sir.
You mind if I talk to you for a sec?
No, not at all.
Do you guys have a, agency, or?
An agency for?
Are you, video?
Well, if you're going to talk to me, you got to be on camera.
Oh, no, I don't want to be on camera.
Well, then have a nice day.
Okay.
All right. I'd be happy to talk to you, but when I'm doing these things, I don't stop recording.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Just curious.
Yep. Well, rest easy. The police know what we're doing, and they're fine with it. So
no, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. I was just curious.
Gotcha.
I like your camera setup. I just want to figure out.
Try to keep what you're talking about.
I'm just bumming around. I got some time to kill.
I was gonna say, if you're going that way, I'll go the other way.
Oh, no worries. Am I like blocking your shot or something?
Well, I'm kind of trying to narrate my video and take a video, so sort of.
Okay.
Unless you want to be in it, then I have to just continue what I'm doing.
You know.
Alrighty, have a good day.
All right, guys, you saw how that went here in Marquette, Michigan at Fire Station Cannabis Company. Very interesting video here today. I think the people in these two dispensaries, also Higher Love Cannabis across the street. I think that guy who was trying to ask us what we're doing actually works there, it looks like, or at least he knows those people. Yeah. Yeah, so that guy that was trying to ask us looks like he works there. But yeah, so here at the Fire Station Cannabis Company, these people acted ridiculously. Told us they were going to have us thrown off the sidewalk for harassing them because we were out filming. And you saw the rest. Had underage kids going in there, all the other stuff. And this Higher Love place was acting a bit ridiculous too. You saw that guy was their employee who was just trying to bug us until we tell him what we're doing. Didn't work. And have no idea how HIPAA works. So as usual, contact info is in the description for Higher Love Cannabis right here, as well as Fire Station Cannabis and also the police department. So you can contact Fire Station and let them know what you think of how they handled the situation. You can contact the police department, let them know how you think Officer Brown handled the situation. And you can also contact Higher Love Cannabis Co. across the street and let them know what you think of the way they handled the situation. So all that's in the description as usual. Definitely recommend you check that out. I got playlists down there as well, organized by state, all my videos, so you can click on a state and see if we've been there. And also I have an interactive map in the description of all the videos that we've done, the locations of them with a link, so you can zoom in and out and check out the different pins and see if we've been in an area near you. So here goes Officer Brown, and that's about it for this one, guys. So if you appreciate these videos, you like what we do, and you want to see us keep spreading the education, hopefully some education got spread here today. Best way to support us is to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out my other social medias. So, watching The Watchman, out with Amagansett Press, here in Marquette, Michigan. See you on the next one, guys. Out. And there goes Officer Brown.
So there's Officer Brown pulling out of the back parking lot.